Alrighty, we are live on YouTube and live on eBay. Should be good. Why is it doing that? Not that. No. Alrighty, here we go. This is our 2-case player break of 2024 Bowman Draft. Yep, 2024 Bowman Draft. Why does it do that? Nope, 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 nope. What the? Alright, we should be good. Alright, here we go. Starting off with Holbeck. Let's get that going. Bowman Draft. Just karate chop my light off the desk. Hoi! Should be good. All right. Everybody okay? That wants to go down. That's fine. All right, here we go. Should be fun. Move this mouse over here. All right, here we go. Box number one. Oh, wait. We got to open up the light. Duh. My bad. Let's turn this way. Six and 8. All right, now we're good. Zog. All right, here we go. Starting off with box number one. Empty box. All right, here we go. Dakota Jordan, Egan, Karen Diaz, Brian Holiday, Ethan Anderson, Green Grass, Luis Baez to 99 there. Travis Bazana and our refractors, Jacob Cozart and Felnin Celestin there. Yeah. Victor Hurtado, Fountain Celestine, George Lombard, Jared Cerna, Candiotti, Tanner Jones, Caden Dana, Cam Smith, J.D. Dix on the refractor, and George Lombard Jr. Yohandy Morales, Juan Baez, Davison De Los Santos, Micah Bell, Tyson Neighbors, Brooks Auger, Travis Bazana, Nick Kurtz, first Bowman refractor there, and Clark Candiotti on the first Bowman refractor. Going to be Chris Cortez, Braylon Dottie, Griff O'Farrell, Bryce Rayner, Hagen Smith, Mike Sirota, Brian Holiday, 155 out of 199 on our first auto there. Nice hit. Adriel Radney in tune, Braden Montgomery on the first, and Jared Cerna. Carson DeMartini, Snyder, Bagwell, Matt Shaw, Dylan Drelling on the first refractor, and Tanner Jones on the first refractor there. Luciano, Ryan Campos, Cunningham, Sterling, Nori, Dylan Cruz, Jaron DeBerry, and Davison De Los Santos on the refractors. Lorenzo Diaz, Vargas, Sprout, Veen, Ford, Martin, Nate Knowles on the Lunar Glow. Ryan Johnson on the first refractor, and Colt Emerson on the refractor. Vladdy Guerrero, Ethan Salas, Matt Shaw, Luis Baez, Ty Pete. First Bowman True Blue, Woody Hayden. 111 out of 150 there on the True Blue. Cags, Brandon Neely, and Caden Dana on the refractor. Cole Mathis, Jared Thomas, Blake Burke, Braylon Payne, Chase Burns, Gage Miller, Ryan Sloan on the first Bowman base auto there. Kalen Culpepper, Fenwick Trimble, and Yohandy Morales. I'll do that way. Trey Yesevich, Christian Moore, Peyton Toll, Fluelling, Mitchell. Auto gonna be Kellen Lindsey on the first Bowman auto. Nice hit there for the Kellen Lindsey spot. Followed by Cags, Sissel, and Micah Bell. Farmello, Knowles, Radney, Clark, DePaula, Namala, Hagen Smith, Hunter Cranton on the first, and Tyson Neighbors. Sky blue paper going to be Matt Shaw, 363 out of 499. Sky blue Jonathan Santucci on the first. Aldridge, South Scene, and Juan Baez there. It's going to do it for box number 1. Just do this really quick. All right, here we go. Box number 2 here now. Empty box. That's better. All right, here we go. Best of luck. It's going to be Dakota Jordan, Daniel Egan, Diaz, Holiday, Anderson, Carson Bench, Woody Hadeen, and Johnny Farmelo. Woody Hadeen, Eddie Reinders, Matheson, Dom, Holman, Burkholder. That is Aiden Miller, 80 out of 250 on the in-tune refractor. Followed by Walker Jenkins, Ben Hess on the refractor, and Brandon Sprout on the refractor there. Nick McLean, Blake Larson, Holton, Bateman, Waldschmidt, Cam Smith. Gonna be Mike Sirota, 76 out of 100. Nice hit there on the Mike Sirota. Chase Burns, Ryan Waldschmidt on the first refractor, and Connor Foley on the first refractor. Michael Massey, Bryce Eldridge, Lugo, Smith, Martha, Valdez, Harvey, Adriel Radney on the Lunar Glow, Eddie Reinders, and Nate Knowles on the first refractors there. Agustin Ramirez, Taylor, Morgan, Dylan Cruz, Diber de los Santos, Paulino Santana. Going to be Emil Morales, 86 out of 125 there on the Emil Morales. Followed by Travis Bazana, Tyson Lewis, and Zach Veen on the refractors there. Bryce Eldridge, Lugo, Smith, Martha, Valdez, Harvey, Keishel, Roman Anthony, Cam Smith on the first, and Theron Lorenzo. Nice Cam Smith first there. There's Cags on the first, Caminetti, Lewis, Amick, Messina, Ryan Waldschmidt, first Bowman auto there. Nice hit for the Waldschmidt spot. Braden Montgomery. There's a Cags first refractor. And Camilo Diaz. Nice Caglione on the refractor there. That is unfortunate. You see that right there? It's a little like bent in there because it wasn't put in all the way. Just pull that out. That is Joendry Vargas. We'll go ahead and throw a pack with you on that one. See if they can maybe replace that for you on the Joendry Vargas. Walker Jenkins, Guerrero Sanchez, Clifford Wilkin. There's Cam Caminetti on the first refractor. And Vargas. Nice Caminetti there. Santucci. Carter Johnson, Drew Beam, refractor first auto of Sam Antonacci, 230 out of 499 on the refractor first auto. Followed by Connor Griffin, Billy Amick, and Harry Ford there on the refractor. Sky blue paper inbound. Gonna be Jackson Kent. That is out of 499, 259 on the print there. Connor Griffin on the first Bowman sky blue there. Nice hit. Santana, Funky Cole Messina, and Walker Martin. Luke Keishel, Jenkins, Guerrero, Sanchez, Zeal, Clifford, Santana, Nate Dom on the first, and Adriel Radney. Last pack here should have our last auto. Chris Cortez, O'Farrell, Rayner, Smith, Sirota. That's Brody Brecht on the first Bowman auto there. Followed by Carson Bench, Carter Matheson, and Jackson Wentworth. Jumping into a Delight now. Or, yeah, draft HTA. Got gold shimmy in the back. Dylan Drelling on the first Bowman auto. Nathan Flewelling. For the Mets, Carson Bench, 14 out of 50 on the gold shimmer first auto there. Nice hit. Jumping back into another jumbo here. Kent, Hurtado, Celestine, Candiotti, autos on top. Drew Beam on the first Bowman auto there. Braden Montgomery, Ryan Campos, and Chase Alsup on the first refractors. Kellen Lindsay, Gillen, Connor Griffin, Johnson, Beam, Dakota Jordan, Ben Hess on the first Bowman Sky Blue there. Seaver King, Aaron Parker on the first refractor, and Michael Massey. Tanner Jones, Caden Dana, Juan Baez, Colt Emerson, Micah Bell, Nick Kurtz, Intune, AJ Kazi, first refractor, and Bryce Eldridge. Daniel Egan, Josh Karen, Randall Diaz, Brian Holiday, Ethan Anderson, Chris Cortez, Kyle Teal, Parker Smith on the first Bowman Lunar Glow, Bryce Cunningham, and Joshua Lugo on the first refractor. Tyson Neighbors, Vladdy, Salah, Shaw, should be our auto here. Ariel Armas, 39 out of 150 on the blue Wave. Levi Sterling and Aiden Smith. Brooks Auger, 33 out of 150 on the first Bowman blue paper. Dante Nori, first refractor, and Curly Martha on the refractor. True Blue, Bryce Cunningham, 53 out of 150 on the True Blue. Nick Kurtz, Trey Yesevich, and Dernici Valdez. Trey Snyder, Bagwell, Cole Mathis, Thomas, Burke, Kurtz, Christian Moore on the first refractor, nice hit, and Ryan Harvey on the first refractor. I'm assuming that's our auto, so we'll see. Braylon Payne, Chase Burns, Gage Miller, Sky Blue, going to be Tyson Lewis on the first. Followed by Connor Griffin on the inaction there. John Spikerman and Walker Jenkins. Zach Veen, Harry Ford, Farmello, Wentworth, Radney, Leo DeVries, Nathan Flewelling, and Pablo Guerrero there. AJ Kazi, Trey Yesevich, Christian Moore, Josue De Paula on the Speckle. 67 out of 200 there for De Paula. Dylan Cruz, Nick Mitchell, and Adolfo Sanchez. Parker Smith. First Bowman auto. Going to be Chris Cortez on the auto. Cags, Peyton Toll, and Luke Keeschel there. Going to jump into another choice here. Just do a little cleanup. All right, here we go. Empty box. Ryan Johnson, 155 out of 199 on the Aqua Lava. Followed by James Tibbs on the first base auto. And that is Drew Beam, 131 out of 150 for a second there. I was hoping and thinking it was Cags. All right, jumping into another jumbo here. Empty box. Well, that's a nice start. That is Jack Caglione on the first Bowman auto. Very nice hit and nice start to this box. There's another Cags. Ryan Waldschmidt and Walker Jenkins. Nick McLean, Larson, Bateman, Waldschmidt, Cam Smith. Max Clark, Sky Blue. Walker Jenkins in action. Cam Smith, first refractor, and Pablo Guerrero. Namala 101 says Mark. That's going to be Matt Shaw, 142 out of 250 on the refractor there. Bryce Eldridge, there's Cags again, first refractor, and Adolfo Sanchez. Brandon Neely, that's going to be 40 out of 200 on the first Bowman Speckle. Dylan Cruz, Cam Caminetti, and Charlie Bielson. '96 out of 250, Travis Bazzana on the class of 2024. It's a good box so far. Cags auto, Bazzana auto. Ben Hess and Gage Zeal on the first refractors. Sky Blue paper, going to be Peyton Toll, 233 out of 499. Clark Candiotti, 118 out of 250 there. Cags, Tyson Lewis, first refractor, and Ryan Clifford. Hagen Smith in tune, Billy Amick first refractor, and Brock Wilkin. Santucci, Gillen, Connor Griffin, Dakota Jordan, Brody Brecht on the Lunar Glow, Cole Messina and Agustin Ramirez there. Let's stay ahead of the cleaning curve here. Should be our auto. Josue DePaula on the Sky Blue. Seaver King, Eddie Reinders, and Trey Morgan there. Chase Alsop, Bryce Eldridge, Rafe Schlesinger, 7 of 75 there. Chase Burns, Carter Matheson, and Dylan Cruz. Cortez, Dowdy, Rayner, Smith, Sirota, Christian Moore, Nate Dom, and Daber de los Santos. Billy Amick on the first Bowman auto there. Ryan Waldschmidt, Woody Hadeen, and Braden Taylor. Empty box. Chase Harlan, 84 out of 199 there. Followed by Johnny King on the first Bowman auto. And Carter Johnson, 121 out of 150. Empty box. Farmello, Clark, Radney, Cole Messina on the auto there. Base auto, non-numbered. Kalen Culpepper. Eli Serrano on the refractor, and Brock Wilkin. Ryan Sloan, J.D. Dix, Nick Kurtz, Dylan Drailing, Ben Hess on the Sky Blue first. Paulino Santana, Aiden May, first refractor, and Agustin Ramirez. Arjun Namala, Zaire Hope, Dalton Rushing, Guanipa, Basalo, Asensio, Walker Jenkins, Blake Wright on the first refractor, and Braden Taylor. Brandon Neely, Fenwick Trimble, DeBerry, Sissel, Cranton, Rafe Schlesinger on the Lunar Glow. Travis Bazzana, first refractor, and Trey Morgan. Perdomo. Welch, DeVries, Brazovan. That is a beauty. Connor Griffin, first Bowman. True Blue Auto, 127 out of 150 there. Very nice hit for the Connor Griffin spot. Carson Bench, Cash Mayfield, and Dylan Cruz. Nice hit on the Connor Griffin True Blue. Blue paper, going to be Ariel Armas, first Bowman, 52 of 150. Leo DeVries in tune. Caleb Bonnemer on the first, and Diber de los Santos. Sebastian Walcott, Team Kent, Cespedes, Bradfield, Morel, Churio, Yolene, Cespedes, 97 out of 100 there. Nice hit. Hagen Smith, Cal Steven on the first, and Paulino Santana. Ariel Armas, McLean, Larson, Holton, Bateman, Waldschmidt, Cam Smith, Bryce Rayner, Josh Crota, and Josiah Romeo on the first refractors there for the Oakland Athletics. Jumping into our last little stack here. Auto should be on the top. I don't know if we're topping Connor Griffin in this box. That's be another big name, low numbered. Let's see. Roman Anthony, Shepherdson, Ariel Armas on the first Bowman auto, Walcott, Johnny King, and Jackson Kent on the first refractors there. Cags on the first, Caminetti, Hess, Amick, Messina, Tyson Lewis, Sky Blue. We got Caminetti on the inaction, Sam Antonacci, and Victor Hurtado. Gerald Perez, Noble Meyer, Cooper Pratt, Miles Naylor, Rainer Arias, Seaver King, Herrick Hernandez, first Bowman refractor, and Celestine. Reinders, Matheson, Dom, Holman, Burkholder, Cole Messina on the first Bowman Aqua Wave. 24 out of 125 on the wave there. Nick Kurtz, Nick Montgomery refractor, and George Lombard Jr. Jumping into another HTA. Empty box. Brian Holiday, 22 of 99 there. Caleb Bonnemer on the base. Purple for the Pods. Going to be Cash Mayfield. 192 out of 250. Nice hit for the Cash Mayfield spot. All right, jumping into another jumbo here. Max Clark, DePaula, Namala, Hope, Porter, Dalton Rushing, Sam Antonacci on the first Bowman auto there. Cags, James Tibbs, first refractor, and Charlie Bielnison on the first refractor. Sky blue paper inbound here. Diber de los Santos, 344 out of 499. Peyton Toll, 10 out of 250 on the purple chrome. Tibbs, Kalen Culpepper, first refractor, and Gage Zeal. Luis Guanipa, Basalo, Asensio, Perdomo, Langevin, Welch, Hagen Smith, Plasma Power of Leo DeVries, Chase Harlan on the refractor, and Ryan Clifford. Harlan, Cook, Serrano, May, Wright, Bazana, Connor Foley on the Lunar Glow there. Casey Cook on the first refractor, and Brock Wilkin. Leo DeVries, Brazabon, Hentz, Cespedes, Bradfield, nice hit. Cam Smith, 168 out of 250 on the purple first Bowman auto there. Ferrer on the first, and Agustin Ramirez. We've gotten some very good names today. Cash Mayfield, Johnny King, Antonacci, Billy Amick on the sky blue, Seaver King, Eli Serrano, and Braden Taylor. Braylon Morrell, Roman Anthony, Emil Morales, Alexander Albertus, 65 out of 75. Christian Moore, Aiden May on the first refractor, and Trey Morgan. Herrick Hernandez, Ryan Sloan, Braden Montgomery, Nick Kurtz, Bazana, Blake Wright, first refractor, and Dylan Cruz on the refractor there. Rhett Lauder, Perez, Meyer, Pratt, Carson DiMartini on the first Bowman auto there. Christian Moore, Travis Bazana, first refractor, and Daber de los Santos. Green paper, Cam Caminetti, 46 out of 99. In action, Seaver King, Cash Mayfield, and Paulino Santana. Tommy Troy, Naylor, Arias, Joseph, Matt Shaw, Caleb Bonner on the first refractor, Josiah Romeo on the first refractor. Cranton, Seaver King. Nick Kurtz, 29 of 99 on the green grass there. Nice hit. Chase Burns, Cal Steven, and Jackson Kent. Empty box. Double up for Connor Griffin. First Bowman auto of Connor Griffin. Already hit a blue to 150. Now hits a base. Ethan Scheffelbein on the first Bowman auto. For the White Sox, Caleb Bonham, 89 out of 150 on the HTA choice. 3 boxes left. Let's get into Jumbo again. Empty box. Keschel, Jenkins, Guerrero. Wow. Braden Montgomery, 6 out of 150. This case has been pretty dang solid. Christian Moore, Nate Dom, and Adriel Radney there. Hagen Smith, Nate Dom on the sky blue, Connor Griffin, Luke Holman, and Max Clark there. Aiden Miller in tune, Griffin Burkholder on the first refractor, and Josue De Paula. Tommy Troy on the Lunar Glow, Jonathan Santucci, and Arjun Namala. Santana. Jaron DeBerry on the first Bowman auto there. Callan Lindsay on the refractor first. And Zaire Hope. Gage Miller. Bryce Cunningham, Levi Sterling, Intune, Emil Morales, Theo Gillen, first refractor, and Brock Porter on the refractor. Jared Cerna, Candiotti, Tanner Jones, Juan Baez, James Tibbs, 15 out of 250 on the purple refractor there. Bazana, Connor Griffin, first refractor. You mean this? Wait, the 2024 Bowman? Just the regular Bowman, right, Mike? It should be there. And Dalton Rushing. Connor Griffin's having a pretty darn good break. orange paper here. Dylan Drelling, 13 of 25 there. Carter Johnson, first refractor, and Tyson Neighbors, first refractor. Are you sure it's not this one? This is 2024 draft, Mike. This is draft jumbo and choice. This is just a combo player break. It might be this one, Mike, you're talking about. Who do you have? Yeah, that's what I was, because we did do a 2024 just Bowman that wasn't draft. That's why I wasn't sure if that's what you were talking about. Oh, you're good, Mike. Don't worry about it, brother. Tyson Neighbors, nice hit on the first Bowman auto. Who did you have, Mike? James Tibbs, Drew Beam, and Brooks Auger there on the refractor. I think this jumbo case has been pretty solid with some of the bigger name autos, especially with them being numbered. Luke Holman on the sky blue. Arjun Namala. Dakota Jordan first refractor, and Vladdy Guerrero. Sala, Shaw. Oh, okay. Walker Jenkins, Daniel Egan first refractor, and Ethan Salas on the refractor. Christian, I missed that. Wanted to see how sad I was going to be. Oh, well, unfortunately, we haven't hit any Christian Moore ink, I don't believe. But we've hit some of the bigger guys for sure. Carter Johnson, 68 out of 75 on the yellow refractor there. Yeah, Christian Moore, I think, is a no-show so far. Josh Karen and Matt Shaw on the refractor there. Let's get into our last HTA choice. We'll finish off with jumbo. Hey, Mike, we appreciate that, brother. Here we go. Starting off with some blue. We have an orange Wave in the back. Bryce Cunningham, 21 out of 150 there. Eli Serrano, and on our orange Wave for the Reds. Wow. Chase Burns, 23 of 25. What a beauty. Nice hit for the Chase Burns spot. I feel like both these cases have been very, very good with some of the bigger names. I know we're missing a few. I know we are. But man, so far, both these cases have not disappointed, I would say. Like, if we were to take our money and dome both of these boxes, I don't think we would be upset, because they have yielded some very good hits for us. It's Matt Morris, empty box. We've gotten Cam Smith, Connor Griffin. We hit a Cags. It was a base, but we did hit one. It's been good. Matt, is that you with Chase Burns? That's nice. He looked good against the Yanks too. What, he struck out the first 6 or something like that? Something like that, I think. Looks like we got purple auto here. Braylon Payne at 91 out of 250 on the first Bowman auto of Braylon Payne. Oh, yeah, Matt, yep, bench hit and Montgomery hit. You're feeling good. Josh Hartley on the first refractor and Jeremy Rodriguez. Ryan Waldschmidt, Cam Smith, Cags, Billy Amick, Joendry Vargas, Kavaris Tears on the first refractor, and Rainer Arias. Tommy Troy, Miles Naylor, Rainer Arias, Carson Benj, Zach Erhard, and Rhett Lauder. Cole Messina. Tanner Jones, 83 out of 199 there. Braden Montgomery. Ariel Armas on the first refractor, and Aiden Miller. I think it's base auto. Going to be Ben Hess on the first Bowman auto there. Followed by Connor Griffin, Nick McLean on the first refractor, and Eduardo Herrera. Josh Hartley, 319 out of 499. I don't know why I'm moving through those like that. My bad. Yolene Cespedes on the sky blue. Bryce Rayner, Blake Larson, and Doel Joseph. Aiden Smith, Martha Valdez, Keishel, Jenkins, Guerrero, Bazana, Carter Holton, first refractor, and Fernando Cruz. Beam, Jordan, Egan, Diaz, Holiday, Michael Massey on the first Lunar Glow, Boston Bateman, and Chase Alsop on the first refractors there. Here we go, last little stack. Let's do that. Ethan Anderson, Dowdy, O'Farrell, Hagen Smith, Sirota, Benj, Cam Smith, first refractor, and Bryce Eldridge. Cruz, Santana, Charles Harlan, 186 out of 200 on the speckle. There's Cags again on the refractor, and Lugo. DeMartini, Kyle Teal, Cam Caminetti on the refractor, and Aiden Smith. Last pack here. Hopefully we have a nuke waiting for us. Looks like it's going to be a true blue auto to 150. Let's go from the back here. Michael Massey on the refractor. Ryan Waldschmidt. Seaver King. For Atlanta, that is Herrick Hernandez. 138 out of 150 there. That is going to do it for our break. Stick around here a little bit longer. We're going to get into a recap for you. If you just popped in late so you can see what was hit. Alrighty, let's get into it. Our lowest numbered auto we actually just saw a little while ago. Chase Burns, 23 of 25. Carson Bench, 14 out of 50. Brian Holiday, 22 out of 99. Braden Montgomery, 6 out of 150. Bryce Cunningham to 150. Herrick Hernandez. Connor Griffin to 150. Carter Johnson. Ariel Armas. Drew Beam. Caleb Bonnemer. To 199, Chase Harlan. Ryan Johnson. Brian Holiday. To 250, Braylon Payne, Cam Smith, Cash Mayfield, Travis Bazana, and Sam Antonacci. For our base autos, Chris Cortez, Ryan Waldschmidt, Kellen Lindsay, Tyson Neighbors, Drew Beam, Cags, Cole Messina, Brody Brecht, Johnny King, James Tibbs, DeMartini, Connor Griffin again, Scheffelbean, Billy Amick, Jaron DeBerry, Ryan Sloan, Drayling, Fluelling, Antonacci, Bonnemer, Hess, Armas, and Serrano. For our non-auto numbered hits, we got as low as, on the chromes anyways, we got as low as a 75, Carter Johnson, Albertus, Schlesinger, to 99, Nick Kurtz, Baez, to 100, Cespedes, Sirota, to 125, Messina, Morales, out of 150, Hadeen, Cunningham, to 199, Tanner Jones. Did I hit this? Oh, there we go. Sorry. Harlan to 200, Neely, DePaula to 250, James Tibbs, Peyton Toll, Candiotti to still to 250, Aiden Miller and Matt Shaw. Our paper numbered hits: Dylan Drayling to 25, Caminetti to 99, Armas to 150, Auger to 499, Jackson Kent, Matt Shaw, Peyton Toll, Daber De Los Santos, and Josh Hartley. That is going to do it for us over here at Station 2 at Hobby Legends. Make sure you guys tune in tomorrow. We have quite a few breaks going on. Check out the eBay shop. I know there's some UFC ending soon. I'm ripping that tomorrow for y'all at 2. So make sure you check out the store, see if there's anything that grabs your interest. Maybe grab a spot or two. All in all, that was a very good break. Thank you guys for letting me rip that for you. We will see you again tomorrow. If not, we will see you Monday morning. You guys have a great weekend and stay safe. Later, y'all.